All right, everybody. So this is Laramie and Brittany, my niece and nephew, and they just purchased a
2020 Laredo by Keystone. It's a 294 SBR.
So what's the length of it, Laramie?
It's 33 feet 9 inches.
And you pull it with your
16 Ram 2500.
Awesome. You want to take us inside and show us
Yeah.
your cool new trailer?
Yeah, we can do that.
So how many slides does it have?
We have 3 slides, 2 awnings, which is kind of an odd thing to do, having the awning over the door and the one on the slide, which was different, but it's kind of nice. We've got the 2 rear slides, one just opposite of here, and then one in the front just opposite of where you can see on the front of the trailer.
So it's a rear living, and the bedroom's up here in the nose.
Yeah, bedroom's over the nose.
All right, well let's walk in and check it out.
It does have the friction hinge door, which is something to really get used to. So our old trailer had the hydraulic ram, so it'd pop open to a 90 degrees and stay there. Well, this one, we've grabbed the door handle about 6 or 7 different times a day and waited for it to spring open, and it actually is friction based and hard.
New trailer, new quirks, right?
Yeah, new learning experience.
And oh, before we go in though, it's got the nice more ride pull down solid step system.
Yep, the solid step system. I wish I would have got the 4th step, but for what it is, I like the stability of these. They don't move.
Yeah, well, other than you're kind of in a very
yeah, we're really nose high right now.
yeah, but we're making it work, right?
We're making it work. So.
All right. So when we walk in here, of course,
the bar, which you've got a mini fridge and what used to be a wine rack, a 12-place wine rack. Well, that was kind of our first alteration. We decided, let's make it into a shoe rack because neither of us drink wine. We're not fancy enough for that.
And this is your first trip out in it. I mean,
yeah.
you just picked it up.
Yeah, we just picked it up. It spent 2 weeks at home. Brittany packing everything in it, figuring out where she wanted everything, and
so you got cupboard space over here on the side here.
Inside of there.
Jasmine's checking it out.
Yeah, she's looking at everything, which are pretty deep cupboard space. I mean, they go about 1.5 feet in. We've put some of our more we didn't want outside, but didn't really want inside type of things here.
And again, you changed the wine rack into a shoe rack there, and then you got 3 drawer little utensil type drawers, whatever you want to put in them.
Little things like when you clear your pockets out in the morning, or you clear your pockets before the end of the day, you just toss everything in there. And
we'll walk in a little bit further before I turn and showcase that, because
yeah,
I'm going to show. So we've got this nice big double slide rear kitchen living. Well, it's not a rear kitchen. The kitchen is on the side, but
yeah, kitchen side. Then it does have the island, which was strange to us, but it's kind of nice. The downside to it, and a lot of people, I mean, I know you have stated in, like, with your trailer, you wanted to be able to get to everything with the slides closed, and we have to open that slide 6 inches to get to the fridge.
So the fridge isn't exactly accessible when it's all closed up.
Yeah, I mean, it opens about this far, so if whatever you need is only this big, you can get it.
We're right at the front.
Yeah.
And you've got the slide here on the passenger side, which has got a trifold couch.
Yeah, trifold bed, couch thing, and then the freestanding table with 4 chairs.
Now, I know you were looking for that. You really didn't want the U dinette because you're kind of a bigger guy. And
yeah, being a little bigger and taller, I had a hard time getting in and out of them because I'd have to push the table over, and then she's over there going, I can't breathe, the table's on top of me, so...
Now, wait a minute.
Wanted that.
She's too small not to be able to fit in a little spot.
Well, yeah, but it's a little spot. Then
But
I
he would
just
push
shrunk
the
it.
table towards
And then it did come with the other 2 chairs that fit on the bar.
stools, yeah, that usually
They
sit
go
over
up on the
there.
bar, and so, which was kind of nice, but then it's got a ton of interior storage, which was our biggest want, was to have a ton of space to put things.
Yeah, so right here in the back you've got this kind of almost a desk area.
Yeah, that's what they said it was usually made for, is a desk area. It's got your 110 outlet with your office lighting thing here, which there's a ton of push lights throughout the whole trailer. So, like, everything on the slide is push lights. Everything on that side's all push lights.
So you can turn them all on at once, or you can individually turn them on and off.
Yes.
Right. And then you got some storage space up above that desk area, and then a nice big pantry here in the back.
Which we actually found out last night. The pantry has a motion-sensitive light in the top of it. So you open the door, and the light comes on. Which Brittany noticed there's a light up there. I was like,
But I couldn't
no.
reach.
And so I looked up, and it's got 2 settings. It's got on or motion sense.
Yeah, that's quite a bit of storage back in there.
Yeah, and then the furnace sits underneath, which it's apparently noisy, according to what we figured out last night. So
Noisy on the outside.
Noisy
Sounds like
on
a
the
jet
outside.
engine outside.
And then we kind of went to the Dollar Tree and found the rack for up here and little nice things for
To help organize the
to
trailer a
help
little bit.
organize, because I mean that's one thing we did notice. There's not a coat closet anywhere, and so that's where usually you'd put your standing stuff, your brooms and bigger things. You could put them in a coat closet. We didn't ever notice it didn't have one, so that was kind of a, oh well, we need something to hang it in.
Hang your coats on. So it's got a microwave.
Yeah, we have a full oven, 3-burner cooktop, and then a big. This is all just storage underneath, which is a big cupboard for storage.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it houses the cast iron, just skillets, and then a rack for washing, drying, stuff like that.
Then you have some storage underneath your island here.
Yeah, we've got one storage place here, but then it came with the double garbage cans on a slide.
Oh, nice.
Which I love.
But yeah, she completely loves that.
Yes.
And then, like your standard
Utensil drawers.
utensil drawers and things like that. And then it does have the big sink, which these double as cutting boards, because this one's flippable, but it's a steel sink, but that sink is
nice
really big.
Big ranch style on the one side with the separate on the other. Look for drying maybe, or
Yeah, and then it does have the extendable head on the end of the sink. Which, there was a few things that we wanted the bigger sink. Because she had the plastic sink in our last one and she hated it.
Yes,
I mean,
and it was so
really-
tiny. You couldn't fit barely a plate.
Yeah.
And so this is
And we
big.
put our 12-inch cast iron skillet fits in this sink flat across the bottom.
and then you've got the 8 cubic foot fridge freezer, and
Which is different because it's got these handles on it, which I'd never seen, that rotate and push closed. But I mean, it's a big, compared to what we had, it's a big fridge.
yeah, plenty of place to go up for a good weekend or whatever.
Yeah,
One of the
exactly.
things that I did notice when I was talking to Brittany yesterday is your on-off switch is actually in the freezer.
Yeah.
Open the door and
It's in here.
It's up in the freezer. That's just a little different, but
And yeah, I'd never seen one like that before, but I mean, it works. It's just a strange placement, I thought.
Then you've got your home entertainment system area. It's probably what, a 40-inch or 42-inch TV.
40,
I believe it's
40, 30.
42.
I don't know. Everybody keeps saying, oh, it's tiny, but it's compared to everybody who's got the big 50-inch ones in their trailer, and this is enormous compared to our last one. 'Cause our last one was like a 26-inch TV, so...
And then we're going to turn and show again that unique bar setup that they've got here right in the center of the trailer, which I really like that.
Yeah, the big mirror. I mean, it's tons of storage. I mean, everything is... those are pretty deep cupboards up there. And so it's... And then, I mean, you've got your lighting here for... Like you say, those bar stools there were actually supposed to be here. So they have this all lit up. And then this is a big cupboard space under here, too, that meets up with the fridge.
Well, anytime that you can have multi-purpose stuff in a trailer is helpful.
Yeah.
So, whether your bar stools are over there or back here, you just move them around.
Yeah.
All right, and then we walk up the stairs to the bathroom area and the boudoir.
Yes. And then it does have the whole control panel is stationed right here, which, you've got your 3 slides, one awning. The second awning is down here, which I don't understand because there's an empty switch here.
Why didn't they just put it all together?
So I don't understand why that was there, but I mean, then you've got all your standard switches, and then these run all of the lighting in the bar area.
And the nice thing about that is they're, at least 3 feet off the floor, so littles aren't going to be flipping switches.
You have children or something run through it and end up flipping things or moving things, and then, I mean, my biggest thing, I wanted a decent-sized bathroom.
Yeah.
And so the bathroom itself is smaller, But
step up here. I haven't seen your bathroom yet. Has it got the big? Yep, it's got the big.
I wanted the big shower.
Big shower. We're a little bit.
Because
there we go. It took a minute for the light
to focus up.
to go, but you got the big square shower.
Yeah, and then the shower head's actually above my head. And that's the problem I have with a lot of trailers is they sit eye level with me.
And how tall are you?
I'm 6'1".
6'1". And it's got the big skylight, so even if you were a little bigger, you'd have plenty of room.
Even taller than me, but then it's the three-stage glass.
Jazz wants to take a shower.
You want to take a shower? I'm pretty sure you're not going to like that, but it's 3 stages and closes up.
Now let's lock him in there, Brittany.
Like, it was big enough that was my biggest complaint with my other trailer is it was short, so like I'd put my hands up and I was touching the ceiling.
So since we're in the bathroom, do you know what size freshwater tank you have, or what they?
Supposedly the freshwater tank is 47, but based on what you figured out and reading and stuff like that, that could be total capacity. Don't really know.
Oh well, your gray tank size they told you was
50,
and then your black tank size and
30.
30. So then it's got the little fan up here, and I would suspect that you'll be putting vent covers on.
Yeah, I'll be putting a vent cover on it. Again, first trip out, haven't gotten around to it, but I mean it's got good storage under here. So like a lot of trailers have got the bottom half of that's closed for some reason, and so that's all open. I don't know if we can open that one.
Got good storage under there, and then you got a little medicine cabinet.
Then pretty good sized in there. I mean, it could have had maybe one more shelf, but it is what it is. I mean, it seems to work. Now all of the GFI stuff is controlled through here, which is a strange thing to me. But then it does have towel racks back here hanging on the wall, which towels, coats, whatever you'd want to hang, but.
All right,
it works.
And into,
and then, like I say, it's got all.
Oh, let me step back. So one of the things you mentioned to me that you did like about this was the easy pull shades too.
Yeah, the easy pull, and then they're blackout, but they slowly move up, and then they are super easy to just lock wherever you want them.
Yeah, you're showing me that yesterday.
And then, like I say, they're super dark. So like this morning, I thought it was like 6 in the morning. It was 9. It wasn't early.
Finally got a little sleep.
Yeah, exactly.
And then a king or queen size bed?
Queen size
bed.
And then it does have the second AC unit up here in the front that is separately controlled by this thermostat that it has here on the wall.
Nice. And then
this is the
dresser.
Slide.
Dresser is in the clothing bureau in the slide.
Yeah. So shelving more here, which works, and then this is what we double as our coat closet because it's
got a hanging rod there.
So it's got a hanging rod.
And then storage above the bed and at the side, and
yeah, these are actually really that's the one downside is that steps up right here and being a little taller. These are pretty deep. Brittany shoved a sleeping bag in it, but I mean they go back all the way to here. But then like I say, it's got the under bed storage as well. The bed folds up. And so that's where we keep all of my writing and everything else.
Also big area under the bed.
Yeah, it's got the big area under there. We got our extra tent for anybody who'd need it or things like that. It is a pain because Brittany says when you make the bed, those shocks are strong enough, it launches the bed up when you're in the middle of making the bed.
Well, but like most people, I imagine you're going to either exchange that mattress or put a topper on it, and it'll make it a little heavier and a little easier for Brittany to handle.
To manipulate a little bit because it launches up fast.
All right. Well, let's walk outside and see what the outside storage is like.
All right, Jay.
So one of the things that Laramie wanted me to point out to people is that with this leveling system on his trailer, he actually ended up raising the rear jacks because the feet were so low to the ground when he picked it up, and he was really concerned that going down the road, going over maybe a speed bump or even hitting a pothole, that foot might get some road rash, right?
Yeah, so we decided, I mean, it's 6 bolts, and we lifted it as high as we could take it, which put the foot about even with the midpoint of the tire.
Yeah.
And so we lifted it probably a good 3 inches, 4 inches to try and get it out of the harm's way, especially coming up here like where we're at. There's a few rocks in the road and stuff like that you had to climb over, and I didn't want to take a jack off the first time I took the trailer anywhere.
Yeah, and you know, that is the type of camping we do. We do an awful lot of boondocking up in Forest Service and BLM lands, and sometimes those roads, well, they're certainly not smooth.
No.
So, you know, ground height, ground clearance on trailers is one of those important issues that we worry about. So
yeah, exactly.
And we also got rid of the spare tire that was under there because it was sitting even lower to the ground.
So you removed the spare tire for your trip up here?
Yes.
Yeah, we carried it in the bed of the truck, and we're actually going to talk to them about mounting the spare tire holder under the tongue of the trailer instead of under the rear.
And under the rear. All right, well, good tip. So starting up here in the front end, what do we got with these two little cubbies?
So this cubby is originally batteries, which I think is locked. Yeah, it's locked. It's just your battery station, which isn't big.
You're changing that because you've put 4 6-volts in this.
Yeah, I run 4 6-volts. So here's our pass-through, which you can't really see too far into it right now, but because I've got my toolbox and stuff like that. There is a light, which I didn't know about.
Sorry. So
But
that one opens up into storage.
that one's
And then, you know, you were showing me yesterday, so this opens up. Now, Laramie has elected to go with 4 6-volt batteries, which, again, first trip out, he's just kind of thrown in there, and he's going to plan on doing what, Jeremy? Or Laramie?
I plan on actually asking Jeremy for help, but what I'm thinking is I'm either going to try and build a system to stack all 4 of them here, or put 2 of them back in the battery box itself and put the other 2 right here, and have them all wired together that way, so that way I can gain, you know, at least half of this space back.
Mm-hmm.
Because 6-volt batteries are big, they take up a lot of space, and I mean, like I say, you can kind of see that it's all one big piece here.
And it goes back in, the storage goes back in there quite a ways, and that's just an extra tank that you've brought for your Blackstone, which the Blackstone grill he hasn't pulled out yet. It's sitting right here.
And then
so it's a big deep storage area right here.
And then this is all heated. It's all plumbed in through the heat of the trailer. So these are all big insulated doors and everything else to where when the heat comes on, it heats the whole underside. So everything underneath is heated.
And of course over here on this side we have the dresser slide here into the bedroom.
Yeah, that
and
one.
then the opposing rear kitchen slide over there. And they're all cable driven slides.
Yeah, they've got the cable driven constant pressure both directions. And then so this one here is just our propane, which I prefer to have the propane here.
Came with the big tanks.
Yeah. But I like them being covered and inside opposed to being on the front, because I had a tongue pull, and having them on the front they were just kind of out and open. I do like having them covered up and that. Our auto leveling system is here, which really grab my keys.
Yeah, it's got the 3.0 Lippert auto leveling system.
Yeah, it's got the full auto system, which they locked there, which some trailers I know have the auto level system inside the side box or things like that, which works.
Then this of course is the other side of your
my pass-through,
which you've got some chairs there, and then your water convenience.
Yeah, water convenience center there for, you know, winterizing, all that stuff. It's got a double plug here. So this piece comes out, and you've also got a second one underneath that has to be unthreaded.
So you can run your
you can
hose
run
up there.
Everything that way. Then since this trailer does not have a rear bumper, they put in the hose holder
A little
underneath,
storage.
which I've wondered for a long time what that was on certain trailers, and never put 2 and 2 together that, oh, there's no rear bumper on that trailer, so it needs to have that hose storage area.
And then you've got your bathroom dump right there.
Yep, my
which feeds into, I'm assuming, a gray and
yeah.
You have 2 gray tanks on this?
Yeah, I've got a gray and a black up here.
All right.
And then I have a gray in the back
for the kitchen.
Which is I'm used to because my hideout was the same way.
Right.
It had that. It does have storage right here.
A little bit of storage in the slide.
Yeah, that sits right behind the fireplace.
Oh, yes.
And so I put my leveling system and stuff in here. Like, I've got my Anderson blocks that I usually use, or got something else that sits in there, but I think it's what I let Skylar borrow to level his trailer. And so I took a bunch of things out. But it's actually really a convenient place, and it's really tall. I mean, it comes up.
It extends up inside.
Well, it extends to here on the inside. So it's double the height of just the door, which I don't know what somebody would try and stack in there that's that tall. In all reality,
Yeah, I guess you could slide up your camp chairs in there if you wanted to.
Yeah, you probably could.
If you know, everybody's got to decide how they're going to organize their own trailer based on their own needs.
Yeah.
And then around back here, we've of course got the furnace vent right there. And as Laramie said, there is no rear bumper on here, but the trailer did come equipped with a 2-inch receiver and wired.
Yep.
And yesterday when you showed up, of course, you were pulling doubles. You were pulling that small utility trailer with the 4-wheeler on it. Hi, Laramie.
Hello.
Got a new trailer.
Yeah, breaking it in.
So how was coming up that little hill?
Slow.
Slow and easy.
Having jacks and everything that actually sit down or makes it a little nerve-wracking, but
Looks like you got plenty of space between your bed and the trailer.
oh, tons.
And as Laramie's already stated, this particular trailer came with two air conditioners, so you can see the rear air conditioner unit there, and so subsequently it's 50 amp wired.
Yeah, it's the 50 amp service, that's a heavy wire.
And of course Laramie's really happy with his Predator generator that he's had for several years, and he's had good luck with it.
Yeah, it powered everything I've ever needed. And I mean, no, it's not going to be big enough to run both air conditioners, but I don't want to pack around a generator big enough to run 2 air conditioners. So,
all right, well, you two, well, thanks so much for showing off your brand new 2020 Laredo Superlight Keystone. What model?
294 BSR.
Well, Brittany, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
I know you worked really hard to clean that trailer up for this tour today.
Yes.
All right, you two. If you like this video, what do, Laramie?
Like and subscribe to his channel.
Awesome.
And share.
And share. Right. Thanks,
See,
Brittany.
there you go.
All right.